Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Eric reflects while Ridge calls Thorne. Eric Forrester took a walk down memory lane. In the Bold and the Beautiful recap for December 5, 2023, Eric decided he wants his grand homestretch festivity to be right down, so Ridge called his family Thorne and told him to get to Los Angeles ASAP. Bold and the Beautiful recap highlights in addition, Steffi, Carter, Hope, Ridge, Katie, and Brooke commiserate over their love for Eric, but they also questioned the need for this party to be now. Meanwhile, Eric reflected on his inconceivable life. Now let's dig deeper into the details of what went down. Ridge reaches out to Thorne at Forrester Creations. Steffi, Carter, Hope, and Ridge continue to worry about Eric and his need for this party. They try to come up with ways to delay this so-called festivity. According to Steffi, they do need a big flashy event. Ridge suggested RJ may be suitable to help talk Eric into putting a pause on the party, but they know there's no stopping him. In other news, Ridge let them know he eventually had to tell Zen the verity about Granddad. Now everyone is over to speed on who knows about Eric's health status. Frustrated, Ridge expressed his high expedience to change Eric's mind, but those expedients soon got dashed when Brooke and Katie arrived and told them this party isn't just passing, it's passing tonight. The sisters filled them in on what they learned when they were with Donna, including Eric's rearmost dread and the fact he's now staying in the guest house where he can rest. As a result of all these worries and enterprises, Ridge decided to make some phone calls. He incontinently called Thorne, who was in the field on his way to Houston. It was made clear that Kristen, Felicia, and Rick wouldn't be suitable to make it. They are presently on safari and are unobtainable. No worries, Thorne said he'll change his flight incontinently, but he had to ask his family why the need for this unforeseen change. Ridge said he'll tell him when he gets to city. Eric's reflections and flashbacks. Eric was in the guest house in a bad way, in his bed stinking down oxygen. Still, his plans haven't changed. After joking to Donna that he's not dead yet, he told her he's imagining his farewell party. Despite her fears, he claimed it's not going to get cancelled. He wants to partake with everyone who he is, as a father, the man, the artist. He doesn't want this to be a wake. He doesn't want this to be a sad occasion. This is about being a festivity. One last sorry. Eric and Donna talked about the house being ready, that big old house where awful effects have happened. Marriages and leaves and parties. It's the house where Brooke and Ridge met. He told Donna how he's about to move to another house in the sky. But for right now, his idea was to witness the effects he went through. Flashbacks to the youngish days of Brooke and Eric designing a FC rollout. He reflected on Stephanie as well as Forrester Creation runway shows all the weight of his grand showdown with his son Ridge. Eric knows he's lived an inconceivable trip, and he won't change that for anything. Latterly, Donna and Eric talked about what they mean to each other. She conveyed how Eric is the love of her life, but not everyone can be there. Obviously, Stephanie can't, the woman who had a bigger impact on Eric than anyone differently. Eric also continued to reflect on his life with Stephanie. He said he'll no forget her, but right now, he has his angel with him, his perfect, caring, loving Donna. He asked her to stay with him to the very end. Eric wished all his children could be there, but unfortunately, they can't. He lamented to Donna how he wants further time with her. Party is planned. Eric professes his love. Thorne on his way. The Bold and the Beautiful recap for Tuesday, December 5, 2023, reveal that Hope Logan tries to find plutocrat for hope for the future. The Bold and the Beautiful recap highlights Steffi Forrester wonders how long you're going to have to keep this up. Donna Logan tells Katie Logan and Brooke Logan that the party has to be moment after Eric Forrester passed out last night. Ridge Forrester is shocked. Katie and Brooke want to defer. Donna tells them that Eric may not have time to stay. This may be Eric's last request, but he needs it now. Steffi believes that if RJ Forrester could have talked him out of this, he'd have. Ridge tells them that Zen Forrester knows the verity. Brooke and Katie come back and tell Ridge that Eric is on oxygen. Katie says Eric wants this party moment. Ridge wants to know what they're talking about this autumn. Katie believes Eric thinks he's running out of time. Eric Forrester tells Donna Logan how important he loves her. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Donna comes to check on Eric. Eric makes a joke that she doesn't find funny. Eric says he was imagining his farewell party. Eric tells Donna that he isn't going to tell his family what's going on. Eric doesn't want this to be a wake, he wants it to be a party. Eric asks if everything is going according to plan. Eric talks about everything that has happened in his house. Eric says he'll be moving to another house in the sky. Eric wants to look back at all the good effects that have happened there. Brooke and Ridge met in that house. Eric says it has been inconceivable and he wouldn't change that for anything. Donna says Eric has changed her life. Donna knows that Eric is allowing about Stephanie Forrester. Eric says Stephanie will have a lot to say to him when he sees her, but he has Donna to stay until the very end. Eric wishes all of his children could be there. Eric's family is his blessing. Eric says he and Donna won't have another time together, but they had an awful adventure. Donna says they will have to make every moment count. Eric says they've so numerous awful recollections. Eric says leaving Donna is what hurts so poorly. Eric wants further time with Donna. Eric tells Donna he loves her and holds her. The bold and the beautiful recap. Ridge Forrester gets Thorne Forrester to change his plans. Ridge calls Thorne Forrester, who changes his plans and heads to Lay. Thorne says the others are still on safari and cannot get their moment. Thorne knows commodity is going on and Ridge says he'll fill him in when he gets there. Ridge says Thorne has changed his flight and is on the way. Hope doesn't understand why Donna is going along with this. Ridge says Eric wants this and he's going to get it. They've to do this because it's what Eric wants. Be sure to catch up on everything passing with B&B right now. Rick, Felicia, and Kristen stuck on safari. Ridge's call alarms Thorne. The bold and the beautiful spoilers recap for Tuesday, December 5, reveals that Donna Logan gave Brooke Logan and Katie Logan updates on Eric Forrester's medical dread, but she said the party would move forward at Eric's asseveration. In fact, it was passing this autumn, so Donna stood her ground on esteeming Eric's wishes. Donna also mentioned that she put Eric in the guest house since it meant it didn't have to deal with all the stairs. At Forrester Creations on Tuesday's B&B occasion, Katie and Brooke joined Hope Logan, Ridge Forrester, Steffi Forrester, and Carter Walton. There was talk about Ridge telling Zend Forrester Dominguez the verity and how hard it'd be to keep up the act at this party. Still, Ridge knew they had to do this for Eric, who could be running out of time. Once Ridge made a phone call, Thorne Forrester answered from the field since he was planning on visiting some musketeers in Houston before his flight to Los Angeles. Ridge said there had been a change of plans and that the party was passing moment, so he pushed Thorne to take a sooner flight and come home right down. Thorne refocused out that Kristen Forrester, Rick Forrester, and Felicia Forrester were still on safari, so they had no way be suitable to make it back in time. Although Thorne was suspicious and asked what the rush was, Ridge told him to just get there. Steffi wasn't sure she could pretend at this party, but Ridge claimed they had to do it for Eric and make this the elegant Forrester affair that his pater wanted. At the Forrester guest house, Eric was in bed with his oxygen mask as Donna entered with the many effects from the main house. Donna felt that Eric should rest rather of hosting a party and argued that everyone would know commodity was wrong. That said, Donna didn't have a problem with Eric inviting his family over and maybe telling them the verity about his condition. Eric claimed he didn't want this to be a wake. He wanted it to be a festivity. After Eric reflected on so numerous awful effects passing at the Forrester manse, he said he'd be moving to another beautiful house, a crystal clear castle in the sky. That didn't dread Eric, but he wanted to be suitable to look back and know he had endured effects. There was a montage of some of Eric's recollections, including moments with Brooke and his behind-the-scenes work at fashion shows. Eric also flashed back to moments with Stephanie Forrester, so he felt she'd have a lot to say when he saw her again. Eric was happy to have his angel Donna there with him to the very end. Once Eric reflected on some sweet recollections with Donna, he'd admitted it hurt that he couldn't make further. Eric and Donna expressed their love as she coiled up on his casket while crying.